helped you get Amy 2 years ago. I also want to thank my friends Sarah and Fernando for coming. Fernando, your son Fernie was a wonderful soul, a beautiful 18-year-old, and he was very proud of you. I want to thank Carmen for coming. Carmen, thanks to Robert and his organization, there's somebody serving time, you know, and we finally know it. May Marcy rest in peace. The word murder, definition, a human being who takes another human being's life. But that's just in the dictionary. The crime of unlawfully killing a human being, leaving him breathless and pulseless. For us survivors, murder has only one definition. Murder is a lifetime of heartache, pain, emptiness, sadness, unanswered questions, and tears. It is a constant visiting of possibilities and probabilities of visions of the act of violence and suffering tolerated by the victim. It is a constant questions of why and what is. The continuous self-blame of not being able to prevent such action. It's the why didn't he say anything? Why didn't he leave a note, a clue, a warning? Why didn't I read between the lines? Why didn't I see the signs? Why didn't we prepare or call authorities? A sleepless fear of the knowing and the not knowing. Murder is the inability to put our heart behind us, our hurt behind us. It is the daily struggle of wanting to forget and trying to forget. It is hours and days and weeks and months and years of the incapability of living life without the memory of that last day and that day that changed our lives. Murder is a 360-degree turnaround and redirection of our lives as we knew it. One day our lives were normal with the routines and busy schedules and work and play, days of consisting of ups and downs, joys and disappointments. Murder is unfixable. It is irreversible. It cannot be taken back. That last look we took of our loved one is forever implanted in our minds. We will never see them in the flesh again. That job he held, he'll never hold again. The car he drove, he'll never drive again. The clothes he wore and the shoes that he filled will never protect his feet again. Murder is an open wound that will never heal. No matter how many times we wish to speak to them one more time, hold them one more time, tell them we love them that one more time, that chance is gone. Their voice is silenced forever, physically. The only definition for murder is the relentless pain carried by the survivors and missing their loved ones in which there is no cure or escape from its wrath. My name is Lena Garza. I was 23 years old when my daddy was killed. He was kidnapped. 2 men took Dad from our home, from our safe haven. September 6, 1988. Daddy left us without a trace, without a note, without a clue, no sign of struggle, no blood, no trail. I lost 25 pounds within the first 2 weeks he was missing. I couldn't eat, not knowing if Daddy was eating. I couldn't sleep, not knowing if Daddy was sleeping. I could only imagine the worst. I couldn't stop thinking, is he dead? Is he alive? Is he okay? Is he hurt? Beaten? Begging for his life? My stomach was in a constant butterfly mode for months. When he went missing, I would call my mother every day and I would ask her, have they called? Have you heard anything? After a while, I had to stop asking the same question. question, the same answer. No, no, no. He was held for ransom, supposedly. We wanted so much to find him. We wanted so much to look for him. The world seems so big. Where do we start? Do we go left? Do we go right? North, south, east, or west? Is he in Mexico? Is he close by? We wanted so much to go to his rescue. If we found him, how would we exchange him? How would that go down? Will he be shot in the back as he was released? Would he be able to walk or run? Is he just thrown on the ground crawling? I want to ask him, are you okay? Where are you? And I tell him every day, help me. Birthdays came. My mother's came. No, his mother's came. And I didn't call her. I couldn't call my grandmother. I couldn't tell her happy birthday. Her son was missing. How do you tell a person happy birthday? Knowing that she's in pain. Then it was mine. I don't remember it. My mother's birthday came. I don't remember it. But I remember spending all day of Dad's birthday making tamales. He said, well, maybe he'll come home today and he can eat these tamales. Still no word from the kidnappers. Mom just got us together to make Dad some tamales for his 45th birthday. I turned 50 2 days ago. I have now outlived the life my dad lived. That feels awful. That he didn't get to grow old. November 1988, a badly decomposed body was found thrown in a sugarcane field north of Monte Cristo Road on Conway. The body had been thrown and dumped there for the wild birds and wild animals to feast on. The unidentified body of a Hispanic male, approximately 170 pounds, 5 feet 11 inches, was positively identified as the kidnapped victim of Naldo Garza Sr. An autopsy was performed. My dad had been beaten like a piñata. Blunt force trauma, it read. Broken 10th rib, thyroid bone missing. He was tortured. He was not an animal. He was my dad. He was the most gentle and kindest man that ever crossed my path. He was the man of the house, our protector, our provider. How could that decomposed body be my father? I had never prayed so much. I had never knelt down to pray. This crucial time in my life, I begged for mercy. I begged that God bring Dad home. Rosaries were prayed for weeks. Every family and friend, even foes, prayed for the safe return of this loving man. After a while, doubt and anger and blame set in. How could God allow this to happen to my dad? This wasn't television. It wasn't a book. It wasn't a movie. This crucial, delicate moment in my life was real. My dad was dead. Somebody killed my dad. It wasn't fair. Why can my abusing husband live and my loving dad die? Thanks to Yolanda Torres, who lost her life to domestic violence, I realized I had to leave that abusive husband, and I did. because it does hit close to home. How could God take my dad? The truth is that God didn't make that decision. God didn't take my dad. These two cold-hearted men took it upon themselves to take my dad's life. They chose to forever change mine. They caused the 360-degree turnaround, throwing me off balance and tossing me off my life-living direction. Those two men tortured and killed my dad for their own situation. For almost 3 months, I carried the worry of whether or not my dad was okay. For those many times, I worried if he was dead or alive. I worry about the pain he endured and his sufferings. His pain is over. Mine continues. I carry the emptiness, the pain, and the heartache. The two careless, greedy souls carry the guilt. May my dad rest in peace. Murder isn't just an act of taking one's life. They take the lives of all who have loved and cared for that person. The only way to relieve and survive the pain is to make darn sure Daddy didn't die in vain.